Hi there, this is Craig. I'm going to show you how to get started with the FineArtFx from Craig's Actions. Once you've downloaded your zip file, you need to decompress it. And if you have any issues decompressing the file, that is, typically that tends to happen with the Vista and their extract. Make use of something like Stuffit Expander or any free unzip decompression utility so that you get a nice clean file with our image and our individual files within that folder. So, within the Alcazar and the Havana, the first two sets within the FineArtFx, we've got a variety of different files within here. We'll just open that up a little bit. You can see what we've got. We got some instruction files, the readmes are getting started. Nobody seems to look on those. That's okay. We've got our actions to load. We've got our FineArtFx to load. We've got something called our dump files. We'll make use of those a little later. Just simply drag that folder onto your hard drive where you store your images. That'll give you some destinations to make use of later on. We've also got our images, our Havana in PDF and JPEG form. These will give you an idea as to the individual images within the FineArtFx, so you can use those as a reference. And as well, we've got our soft round brushes. This is something you already have in Photoshop. I just put it in here as a convenience. Just double click that and load that into your brushes palette. And that's because Adobe changed the default set of brushes in Photoshop CS5. So because some of the actions make use of that, adding it in there will just allow them to run cleanly. We've also got, special thank you to Charlie, in this set we've got the edges from Graphic Authority, just a bonus little teaser there to make use of during the action sets within the FineArt options. So let's get started here. We're going to take our FineArtFx to load. Look in there and we've got our Havana folder. So within there we have our individual image files which the actions look for. So what we want to do is we want to take this folder, and if you're on the PC, you're going to take this folder and you're going to drag it, you're going to copy and paste it, whichever way you want to do it, over to your C drive. We call this at the root level. You're not going to put it in any other folder, you're not going to put it anywhere else, it needs to go into this location. That way the actions know where to look for these individual image files. If you can't see your C drive or in the Mac, you can't see the library, the new operating systems sometimes have security features that are set up so that they have hidden files or folder. If you can't see what we're talking about here, just Google hidden files, hidden folders, and your operating system, and it'll show you how to make those visible to you. So once you've got those visible, again on the PC, you simply take this folder, copy it to the top level of your hard drive on your C drive, and that'll get it set up where you want. Cheating a little bit because I'm doing this on a Mac. Now, on the Mac, you're going to do something similar. It's just as easy, but it can be a little confusing because there's a couple of libraries. You're going to take this folder and you're going to copy it over to your top level library file so that once it's in there and you click on that library, you'll see that there's our Havana, there's our Alcazar. The only thing that's a little tricky on the Mac is that there's also a library within your system and your user file. This is the library that we want on our top level hard drive. So the Mac HD library, that's where we want to put our individual files, the folder that has the individual files. Now that you've got those loaded on, let's go back to our action set and go into our actions to load. There's a Mac and a PC version. Just load the one that's appropriate. And loading is now nice and easy. You're simply going to look for the ATN file, double click on that, and it loads right into Photoshop, which it launches for you if it's not already open. You've got the set there. You can see there's all sorts of different actions ready to go. So just to test that we've done everything properly, in this case we've got a horizontal image, so we'll scroll down to an H for horizontal action. In our ArtFX, we'll press play. Once we press play, the action runs through, does all its things. If it should trip or if something pops up like place command not available, it means you put those image files, that CA Havana folder, in the wrong spot. So just double check where it's supposed to go again and make sure that you've got it where it's supposed to be. If you want to look at what's happening within here, click on the arrow to the left of the action name, scroll down a little bit, look for the place command. We'll open that up, and just so that we can see, you can see that where it's looking for that image, it automatically loads that, and it knows on your library in the Mac or on the C drive on your PC. So, we've got things loaded. We're ready to start playing. Our next tutorial will give you an introduction to the options and the sets and what you can do with the FineArtFx from Craig's Actions. Thank you. Take care.